So you like to go to a lot of botanicas. You like to do botanica hopping. I understand. This is a Santeria pastime. We all do it. We all love it, including myself, okay? But you need to understand there are a few things regarding this culture. For those that go and are new, this is more for the newbies. This is more for those that are just in this tradition, you know, that want to search up their local botanica, that want to, you know, maybe you might go to another city. Maybe you're in a city where there's not a botanicas. Maybe you're in some area or part of the United States where there's the religion is not as prevalent, and then you travel to like Miami or New York or Florida, and you go to these places and you want to go where these heavy really mainstream botanicals are at. I get it, but for those that are just starting in this tradition, there are some things that you need to understand, and you need to know about how this culture is and how going in and out of those spaces work. One, if you're a Yawo and you just initiated, you shouldn't be going to any botanicals without your godparents. I'm sorry, but that is just a thing for your own safety and for your own protection. For those that are not initiated, for those that are just starting in this religion, or those, you know, new, understand that not all botanicas are the same. Not all botanicas are from the Orisha tradition. Some are palo, some are paleros, some are voodoo, you know, some carry just a madrid of energies. One. Two, not all botanicas are the same. Some are their spiritual centers. Some are where they do work out of. Some where they do their spiritual misas, all their ebos and cleanings in the back room. Okay, and not all priests and people are the same. Okay, you get a lot of people working with dark energies. You get a lot of people that don't know how to do the proper protocols of cleaning out their spiritual space, and you're literally walking into someone's home where they do their spiritual work, and you need to be aware of that you walk in and out of these places. I've seen some botanicas out in the here in Chicago. There was one botanica out in some bougie neighborhood that was a Luciferian, and then some of my god kids were walking in and out of there and felt like really bad heavy energies. Okay, so with that being said, one, not all botanicas are the same. They're not all from the same religion. And two, not all botanicas are the same, and some are just stores, sell stuff, and that's it. And some actually work out of their store. You need to be aware of that. And three, you should not be going really unattended if you have elders, okay? Because this is when the elders can come in handy, because when they see you alone, and a lot of botanicas are a draw, understand that they are a draw for business, and that's what they work on. Most of them, and I say most of them, maybe half of them, are uninitiated. They're just spiritistas, spiritualists, and they're people that maybe do tarot card readings or spiritual readings and spiritual cleanings, and they're desperate for money. So anytime that you walk into those botanicas, you are like a bullseye on your head and like a sitting duck to the information. And if you are not strong mentally or emotionally, and you're not aware, and you can be very naive, you will be susceptible to some of the things and how they prey on you when you walk into these stores. So be very aware. You go into a botanica that you're just looking for different artwork or objects, or maybe some special candles of Shango or Legua, you know, and you walk in just browsing around. Oh, botanica, great, you know what I mean? And you walk in, and then all of a sudden they're eyeing you up and down, asking you questions, giving you messages. You know, I feel like Oshun walks with you a lot right now, and you know, there's a lot of messages. Ooh, you know, and try to invoke you to get a reading, because there are messages, and you could be going through it. Everybody's going through it. Everybody is going through it, either emotionally, spiritually, or economically. Everybody is going through it. This is a easy prey to bring up something general. If I were to say to you right now, you're going through it emotionally right now, it's a very tough time. You're going through it with your heart. You know what? There's some blockages with you. You know, your money has been trapped. You know what I mean? People are working you, and they're like, "Wow, is telling me something," and you just happen to be. They can pick up on you and read you up and down and see that you love Oshun because you're wearing yellow. I see Oshun's energy with you. You know. Oh my gosh, yes. Or maybe you're a child of Ochum and you know that already. Or maybe you prayed yes, and they pray and they get you. And they come in, they get you to do tarot reading, and then they're scaring you with all these things. If you don't do this, is what you got to do, and this is a cleaning, and they charge you $300, $400, $500, $600, and then you have to come back and you get trapped, and then they tell you got to initiate it, and they tell you got to receive all these things. That happens to a lot of people, okay? And then you get the people that are ignorant, okay? People are trying to tell you, you know, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, the ego, the arrogance. You know, you're trying to buy something while you crown. Why are you buying this? And that's not how you're supposed to do it. You know, and why are you looking for this? And that doesn't go with that. Listen, people, just sell what you're selling, and that's it. You're a store. But people don't get that, and they're working on you, and they make you feel bad. They make you question, why are you wearing those necklaces like that? Why are you wearing that ide with Ochum or those bracelets? That's for santeros or santeras. Listen, be very careful when you walk out of these botanicas. If you're not aware, listen, I have an elder, and be very direct. They know if you're an easy prey or not. If you tell them, I got an elder, don't worry, I got a padrino, I got a madrina, or don't worry, I'm here for this. And or if they keep on praying, just walk out. Okay, they lose your business, and you know what they're about. A lot of them, you can see, they don't even have a lot of stuff for sale. They might have a little few bags of incense, you know, little dried herbs, you know, some perfumes of these orishas, maybe some candles, and you walk in and you can tell. You know, if they're really about a business, they're investing in their stock. They're investing in a lot of the materials that you would see on top of their shelves and around. But if they don't have a whole lot of selection, that is a red flag. Okay, so be very, very careful about walking in. And then again, you're walking in with a lot of people who are in this religion, who are doing a lot of work, and a lot of customers in and out of that places. Okay, so one, definitely be very careful about the owners, about the patrons, and about the spaces that you are going in, that you can't just walk in. They're not all just stores. They're not all just selling things. There are spiritual centers and spiritual vaults that you have to be very careful about what you do. Okay, so you want to guard yourself. You want to cover your head. You want to, you know, if you got any amulets, better yet, go with your elders, so that way you know what you're buying, and you're buying the right stuff, and they see that you're with an elder, and no one's trying to be on some funny business with you. Okay, it's very important. You don't just think that you're going into a botanica for fun and trying to purchase some stuff. Unfortunately, the people in this culture and this religion have made it very ugly, and a very negative attitude and egos, and preying on you for money and for greed, and giving you unwarranted, uninvited advice. Okay, and if you're not strong, you will let that play with you. Okay, and questioning your elders. Why did your padrino or your madrina do this? Or why didn't they do this for you? You know, or what is your sign in your eco-file? What is your sign in Santo? You know you're supposed to have this. Listen, you have elders. Be very, very careful about what you will allow into your space. If your head is not for sale, they cannot buy it. Ashe. This is Baba Victory, Boru Boya.